Hello, Virgo. Welcome back. Or is it your first time on the channel? I am Jessica. Let's begin with your next message, Virgo. Let's see what your guardian angels want to convey to you this time. But remember that this is a general message and a valid reading for Virgo with Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. So you have both cards. The Ace of Wands, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Five of Wands, Virgo. This is a beginning that you will have to protect. You will have to protect the fact that this will eventually happen and no one will be able to sabotage it. This beginning will occur in your life. Yes, at the root, the Strength card will be present. And look at this person, or this mermaid, for example, catching that whale. Yes, the whale is one of the largest animals in the world. So it is not easy, Virgo. Normally, that card is represented by the lion because it represents Leo. But here, it gives us the energy of the whale, which you never thought you could overcome. You have finally overcome it, Virgo. It does not matter who wants to attack you. They will not be able to stop this wonderful beginning. Blessings will come into your life. Life will arrive soon. It will eventually manifest. No one can stop it. What is destined will become part of your life. Yes, no matter how many obstacles there are on the way, it does not matter. This will definitely come. Energy of the earth signs, your energy. Energy of Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And do not forget that we just finished, the whole year in Capricorn season. A sign strongly associated with money, luxury, and true material abundance. So for some, this treasure chest will finally open for you, Virgo, because if you notice it is not so full that coins are even falling out. There you can see a beaded necklace. Pearls also speak to us of things that will endure. They will not be just material things, but also experiences that will truly make you feel that your life is really starting again. These are the opportunities you want, that you have been waiting for, and you will wonder why it is happening now and why not before. Not only is God's timing perfect, but remember that in previous readings, for those who have not seen it, the Eight of Cups has appeared a lot in previous Virgo readings. You have had to distance yourself. You have had to do it. You have had to do it. You have had to do it. And now, Virgo, you are taking the bull by the horns, and you're finally going to start confronting that distance. That is why the universe wants to reward you greatly. Yes, this is a miracle. It is a blessing that falls into your hands. And as I have always told you, the Ace of Pentacles is no small thing. It is something that will be in your life for a very, very long time. It is something that will eventually multiply. That is why I tell you it is time to protect this energy. It is also very important. There may be people who oppose your decisions, etc. Try to ignore that energy, Virgo. This Five of Wands, there may be a conflict between you and someone, perhaps related to money. This conflict is clearly coming to an end. So the Strength card, you will be able to handle things, Virgo, as you always have. You can always handle things. This Five of Wands is simply a small obstacle, a situation that causes you difficulty, precisely, so you can rise up, stand firm, Virgo, and defend your beliefs, your values, your point of view, whatever it may be. The Strength card is about not staying silent and saying what you feel, saying what is right, Virgo. I feel that you will win in many things or many good causes. But the energy of the Strength card is really about not letting yourself be manipulated by anyone but yourself. Your own decision. And Virgo, I see that you have a strong energy even. I feel that you can blow many people away, maybe in different situations. Maybe in the past you stayed quiet, let the situation pass to avoid conflicts, etc. Anywhere, on the street, in everyday life, at work, it does not matter. But now it is like, no, I am not going to stay silent and I'm going to tell this person what they deserve. And literally the Five of Wands does not mean you are creating a confrontation, Virgo, not at all. But you are setting boundaries and also protecting yourself. Yes, that's fine. So let's see. Difficulty or obstacle, and the first card that appears. 10 of Pentacles, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and another card, the 10. Virgo, the 10 is also quite good because it points to endings, cycles that come to a close in our lives. The 10 of Pentacles, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, look at the abundant energy this card possesses and transmits. It is not only that this table is filled with food, but that you, Virgo, are sharing it with all the people who are important to you. You may be the breadwinner. You may manage the money at home. You may be the only source of income, but I always see you as the provider of energy. Yes, what I see, Virgo, is like a hen spreading its wings, trying to bring all the chicks home. But whether man or woman, it makes no difference. Here, the energy of the Ten of Pentacles, our economy is in trouble. Clearly, things do not always go well. Here there has been a situation. Perhaps there is a family problem related to money. They do not agree on something, maybe an inheritance, the division of assets, etc. And this discord, so to speak, will not last long. Yes, you can see this worry, and it may be a constant worry because the matter has not been discussed, etc. But thanks to the luck of this Wheel of Fortune, do not forget, Virgo, we are in Sagittarius season, and this card mainly represents Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune speaks to us of the unexpected turns that our lives take at any moment. It can happen overnight. In this case, in the case of the Wheel of Fortune, in the case of Sagittarius season, yes, I will tell you, Virgo, that we have left behind Scorpio season, which was very impulsive, deep, and strange, and brought us perhaps many somewhat frustrating moments, because that is exactly the energy of Scorpio. But now with Sagittarius, things will change drastically and quickly. Yes, so a good phrase to use during this season is be attentive to the unexpected, because things can change at any moment. In this case, I want to tell you, Virgo, that everything can change overnight with just one call or one message. There are many people around, so this Wheel of Fortune will also bring you incredible things because it is the energy of abundance, and it will eventually resolve this problem. It also brings us endings. We have to remember this. It will also take many things from our lives from the root. The Nine of Pentacles, Virgo, remains. I told you it resolves the economic energy, and literally they are imposing it on us. The Nine of Pentacles, the energy of harmony with money, we begin to have luck again. They showed me a 4-leaf clover, which might be important for some people. Perhaps the word serendipity symbolizes something important for some people. If someone wants to put in one of the comments what serendipity means, I will try to pin it so the rest can read it. Serendipity is something we do not actually look for in life, but simply arrives as if by magic, or if you prefer, call it coincidence, Virgo. You can call it destiny, but it comes to us unexpectedly and ends up being incredibly important for us. Yes, it is like luck. So let's see, Virgo, what the universe is hiding from you right now. The Seven of Wands, and as I said, you will begin to defend yourself. You will also begin to defend others. With the energy of the Seven of Wands, setting boundaries does not make you a bad person, Virgo. People who do not respect your boundaries show you a lack of respect. So the fact that you do not want to be a social person, you do not want to go out, etc., does not make you a bad person. It does not make you someone nobody wants to be around. It is simply a matter of preference. Yes, no one has the right to judge you for your decisions. So Virgo, clearly what others think does not matter to us. Yes, sometimes it is difficult. You are an earth sign, I understand you perfectly, but we have to work on it, yes. And as I told you, I feel that you will also enter that energy as if you start telling people their truth, and that is also expected. In this change, you are going to have the King of Wands and the Magician. Virgo, what you do not see is not only that you will begin to set boundaries with some people, but that it will help you enter a phase of power, and people will see you differently. As if they can no longer play with Virgo because Virgo will throw this and that in your face. But no, it is not about throwing things in their face. It is about the lack of protection. We are not going to keep letting them manipulate us. We are not going to keep letting them do whatever they want. When someone does not like that you change, Virgo, it is because it does not suit them. It is because they have lost power over you, because they can no longer manipulate you, because they can no longer tell you this or that, because you no longer fall into their trap. So you have to be very careful, Virgo, with people who point out that you have changed in one way or another, but especially with those who say it is something bad, because change is always better, right? If someone points out that you have changed and sees it as something bad, then there is a red flag lit. Yes, so you have to be a bit careful. This energy, as I said, is powerful. It is a promise that the universe will fulfill for you. Surely, because you will see the manifestation, the realization of a desire. You have all the tools at your disposal. Virgo, whatever you desire, or rather, the universe will make it happen. But remember, this is the card of the magician. It is not the star or the nine of cups. It is the magician. It is about magic, about something that arises from nothing, about something that happens through divine power simply because you have believed, simply because you have begun to release what is not truly yours. And now, Virgo, you are ready to receive this energy of the magician card. Also, at the base, we have the Seven of Swords. There is someone here who leaves, let's say, a small mess. It could be a Libra more specifically, or an Aquarius. But I feel, Virgo, that you will eventually move away literally from this air energy, which can be very toxic, quite deceitful, controlling, manipulative, always playing the victim. Eventually, you will move away and the game will be over for that person. And really, Virgo, when you separate yourself from those energies, you may think, no, but this person is my lifelong friend. This person is my closest blood family. This person is my lifelong partner. Virgo, toxic people are toxic, right? No, it has nothing to do with the blood relationship you may have with that person. The Seven of Swords is one of the most toxic cards and has the lowest vibration, the lowest energy. That person lies, hides, deceives, steals, etc., etc. Yes, so that is what will disappear. That is why the universe forces you to set boundaries, because now you will realize, and as I said, you will no longer let anyone do whatever they want with your life. Virgo, now you will be much more selective. So let's see what happens this week of the month. That is where that wish comes true with the Nine of Cups. Very well. Seven of Cups, Virgo. This is a decision you will eventually make, and that will also be very favorable for you. But above all, I feel that you are on the right path. Virgo, someone will surprise you with a gift. Literally, someone will give you a gift, a present. Yes, it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, sending you a package. It might not be a big thing. It could be a small detail, but I definitely feel that someone will give you something. Basically, we are left with the Devil. Virgo, this card advises us not to let ourselves be carried away by what shines. As they say, not everything that glitters is gold. This is where things can go wrong if we let ourselves be carried away by something that seems, or rather, Virgo, if they offer you something that at first glance looks really good. In fact, it is definitely a trap. Yes. That Devil card tells you that we can fall into a trap, especially if it is about finances, if we do not think carefully about who we are doing business with. We are currently under the influence of Mercury retrograde, so I would not necessarily recommend establishing professional relationships or meeting to do business with someone right now, at least not necessarily Virgo. Yes, the energy of Capricorn is here. This card is also a warning for many people because listen, Virgo, perfectionism is your key. And this card also tells us not to become obsessed with work or perfectionism. I know this is a bit difficult. Obviously, you are Virgo, but this energy is low vibration, so we must be careful not to become obsessed with work to the point of working every weekend and taking work home. We are not in the middle of a family gathering. Oh, they called me from work. I have to answer, right? We also have to set boundaries. Yes, because otherwise you will not have a life outside of work, Virgo. Let's see. There is definitely a wish that will come true this week of the month, and it will be wonderful, Virgo, because it is something you have been fighting for. There is a lot of effort on your part, yes, for many people. This is totally confirmed. It arrives through some kind of message or communication, and it could be a water sign sending you this message, this communication, or someone giving you this news, which will obviously be very beneficial for you, Virgo. Especially with this card, do not rush if you do not feel ready to decide something. So let's see what happens when it leaves your life, Virgo. Doubt, hesitation, great, because that is exactly what makes us feel perhaps stuck. The energy of the Two of Pentacles, not knowing what to do, and patience also leaves. Temperance, Major Arcana 14, which represents Sagittarius, the two Major Arcana cards that represent that sign have come out, and that is exactly it. Virgo, we are in Sagittarius season until December 21st. Yes, I think Capricorn will begin at that time. So the next full moon, I think, will be in Sagittarius. Anyway, I will give you the information, Virgo. Do not worry, but this Temperance card tells you that you will no longer have to be patient because everything from now on will begin to move easily, quickly. We are in the season of a fire sign. There will be no more obstacles, no more very slow movement. On the contrary, everything will begin to move very fast. And do not be surprised, that is to say, there will also be things that will fade from your life. Well, the Six of Wands replaces it with recognition, achieving something we have wanted for a long time, something we knew would be in our lives, but has not arrived yet for some reason. But now the universe has finally brought it to us. Virgo, I feel this is a blessing. For some reason, maybe it is public. Maybe you post it on social media so your friends, your contacts can see it, but all eyes will be on you in many cases. This is also related to recognition at work. For some reason, maybe years of service, maybe you change branches, Virgo, perhaps you become a team leader of a department in the company. There is something that is being recognized, that is being given to you, and that exactly will mark a turning point in your life because you have become an inspiration. The universe is beginning to give you the attention you deserve, Virgo. You deserve to be at the forefront. You deserve to have the light shine before you, or rather upon you. And the universe, recognizing all the effort you have made, yes, hesitation and impatience will leave your life. Because things are beginning to change. And finally, Virgo, look at the near future. We look toward the near future, the coming hours, and the coming days. Be careful not to become obsessed with this, with work in one way or another. And the Queen of Cups, water signs Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces at the base. It is still the Queen of Cups. Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You are here. Whether man or woman, there is no gender here. This is the energy of connection, of harmony with the universe. We feel that we are ready to be crowned with this beginning. The Queen of Cups, as you can see, dressed in white, is very important. The satisfaction of having economic stability brings us peace and happiness. There are some little green leaves growing from her hair. This Queen of Cups brings me a lot. They are not exactly laurels, but it gives me that feeling as if we are being crowned, something that is truly worthwhile. Virgo, I feel that you are going to silence many people with what you are about to achieve. Perhaps all this year or in recent years, you have seen many fulfill their wishes, and you wonder when it will be your turn. And now, Virgo, you are going to stand out from the rest. I wanted to see the Six of Wands, but I already placed it here. You are going to stand out from the rest, and now the others will be the ones standing by with their arms crossed while you enjoy it. The roles are reversed. That is why you have to be a bit careful with this devil. Yes, I will draw another card to clarify, but Queen of Cups, the devil with the Queen of Cups, I feel that someone is lying to you. Virgo, maybe yes. And honestly, it is a feminine energy. Yes, I honestly feel it is a work relationship or a friendship. There is someone here who is taking advantage of you, perhaps because of your knowledge, your influence, your work, whatever you're doing. Virgo, this is an energy that will eventually leave you. But besides that, do not become obsessed with work or finances. Do not hold on to anything. The universe is changing your life right now, Virgo. That's why I will clarify this with one more card. These two cards. The near future of Virgo, please clarify. To clarify these two cards. Very well. And the Ten of Cups appears. Virgo, I told you exactly. This feeling of happiness, this new season of motivation for you, because our motivation has been low during Scorpio season. So much chaotic energy, so much mental energy, confusion, etc. And our motivation, well, it is not that we cannot find it anywhere. That motivation will begin to be reborn. Virgo, you will begin to feel like doing new things again, because the universe definitely wants to see you smile again. This Ten of Cups card speaks of feeling emotionally happy, of seeing our relationships grow, family harmony, sincerity and honesty in our friendships, etc. But the feeling that we truly have a core we can trust, because there are people in Virgo you can trust blindly, literally blindly. It does not have to be family. It could be anyone else. But I feel you have at least one or two people you can trust, yes, 100% in the core. Virgo, as the cherry on top, the star card, number 17 in the major arcana, represents Aquarius. Aquarius may be important to you, but the star card also speaks of Archangel Michael. This is your wish come true. For some, it is very likely that this will happen at night. This change, this manifestation, this situation is beginning to be very bright for you. This is a wish come true, Virgo. This is the feeling of being on the verge of tears, seeing that the universe has finally heard your prayers after all this time wondering when it would be your turn to be happy. Yes, this is your moment, Virgo. So, Virgo, from the bottom of my heart, I ask that the blessings of this wonderful reading fully come true. If you feel that you identify with the message in any way, the best support you can give me is to give this video a like. If you enjoy it, also Virgo, leave a small comment, but do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. So Virgo, thank you very much for being here, for your company, for your affection. It has been a great pleasure to be here with you. I send you a big hug wherever you are, and see you soon, Virgo.